So I
Yeah.
think that those rules have changed. And I don't think that they've changed because of anything other than other trader behavior. I
Really?
think trader behavior has changed. So traders are much more willing, or some traders, some trade houses, or whoever's active in the certs, are
Mhm.
much more willing to take losses rolling certified coffee forward. And I think that's a new dynamic that had not happened prior to 2024. I think in the past that traditionally maybe you'd have somebody for one spread or two spread who would do something and then everything would normalize again.
Yeah.
But I think the consistent inversions that we've kind of had has spoken to a certain amount of trader pain. So if we look back to the beginning of 2024, we had about 250,000 bags certified at the time.
Mhm.
Since then, we've had about 2 million bags become certified, and we've had about 1.4 million bags, 1.35 million bags decertified during that period of time.
Mm.
So if you go back and do the cost to carry of what all the rolls were, so 2024 all the way to now, and
Yeah.
you say, what does it cost to carry the certified coffees just with the cert levels at their time period? I come up with a number of about $75 million has
Mhm.
been the cost to roll it. If you look at having sold 1.35 million bags, and you say, how much profit margin would you have to make to have covered that loss? It's about 40 cents a pound.
Mm.
Now, I'm pretty sure that the traders have not made 40 cents a pound. If they have, and you're one
Yeah.
of the roasters paying that, again, please call me.
Yeah.
We can talk on a side channel. So there must be something more to the game than
Mm.
just economics of the certified coffees. And I can't explain it to you. I can't tell you what they're thinking or why they're thinking or what game they're playing, but I have to believe that the amount of speculation that has happened or the amount of hedge lifting that's happened, therefore to cause the certified stocks to move lower, to try to have the market be higher, to have the spreads be higher. Maybe there's been a game and those profits have been compensating them for rolling
Mm.
the certs at a loss or selling the certs at a loss. But clearly, the model of the certified game, and anybody can do the calculations. I mean, you can just go and replicate what I've done. You can
Mhm.
see that there's no way that just the certs on their own have been profitable.
Yeah.
But I think that if people are willing to treat the certs in an unprofitable way, then that changes how your models that you've built that have relied on periods of time where people did economic things changes and shifts as well. And so I think that that's part of the reason why some of the spread action that we've seen over the last year and a half, maybe has felt abnormal to some of us. We
Yeah.
probably would not have expected certified stocks to go from 250,000 bags to a million bags, and yet have a market more inverted at a
Yeah.
million bags than we had at 250,000 bags. Like, again, that goes against what we would think in traditional
Yeah.
trading mantra, but it happened, and it happened
Mhm.
for a reason. And again, I can't tell you what that reason is. You would have to talk to the people who were involved and were holding the certified stocks during that period of time. I'm a
Mm.
bit more old school. I tend to be, you should make money if you're trading the certs, if you're owning them, you should be making money off of that business.
Right.
Um, so I haven't been as active in them as I traditionally would be. But I do think that that's been a driver in the market. It seems as if the pattern of who the participants are has stayed fairly constant and in a normal routine, in terms
Mhm.
of when they've taken delivery, multiple people all in one spread, suddenly two spreads, nobody's there, then
Yeah.
suddenly five people are back again. So it does feel like there's a bit of a pattern that has been there as well.
Mm.
And maybe it is that if we can't beat them, just join them
Yeah.
attitude that's been there. So then the question mark becomes, is that a game that continues? Is that something that now we have to factor that into our calculus? And
Mhm.
therefore, the amount of certified stocks that we need the threshold to be higher, because maybe the pain threshold for one spread isn't $10 million to roll the certs forward, which is probably what it would cost today to
Mhm.
roll them at the version we have today. And with the carry cost, it'd probably be about $10 million to roll everything forward.
Right.
Maybe it needs to be 15 million to make it too painful where somebody says, oh, it's not worth it. It's better for me just to let the spread go back into a carry. Um,
Yeah.
or somebody constantly is anticipating that the demand for the coffee will come in and that the margins will increase. But again,
Mhm.
40 cents is a pretty high threshold or hurdle to be hitting these days.